Hey guys, welcome to another Tuesday night chat. This one unfortunately fell on a New Year's, and I didn't expect that. I didn't realize that it was falling on it, and I was thinking twice about going live, but I thought to myself, maybe I'll go on live for just a little bit, and I realized that there's so many people on live tonight, man. So I won't be live on too long. I'll just be on for a little bit, and anybody wants to join in the panel, I did put up the link there. Let me just say hi to everybody here's the link that's in the chat. Dave, what's going on? You have your drink in your hand. Hell yeah, man. This is my first one. Honestly, I really don't stay up for the New Year's. I go to sleep, and then right before the New Year's, I'll wake up, say Happy New Year's to my wife, and hear the fireworks, then go back to sleep. So not much partying anymore for me, but maybe next year when I'm retired. I have to work tomorrow at 8, so I'm just gonna drink a few. But yeah, good to see you in the chat, Dave. Des, what's going on? Yeah, I saw Simon was live, Des. So yeah, I figured, man, I shouldn't be on here too long. The drone's over Dave's house. Yeah. Hey Tim, what's going on? Happy New Year's to you and yours. Happy New Year's to everybody's family. Dave, what's going on, homie? How you doing? Got to stop on by the store sometime soon, man. Hopefully sometime next week. Yes, sir. Hey, Chuck Niners, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. Happy New Year, buddy. Saw you in Arnie's chat the other night. Good to see you there. Let's see here. Munchie Mafia, what's going on? Happy New Year's, man. Oh, and also Munchie Mafia, I just saw that you're going on live at 8. So I'll make sure I'll end it before that. So guys, just to let you know, they're going on live. They're going to cook dinner, I think, at 8. To let you guys know. And if you haven't sub on the channel there that I'm highlighting. They always have live cooks and awesome channel. I am now at 2 barbecue NYE parties. Damn. This one and Simon's, right? Interesting music. They play all the finest bathroom establishments. No kidding. Too cold here for barbecue, so I'm going to do pasta live in an hour. Okay. Got you. Sounds good. Sounds good. What's going on, Steven and Jacqueline? Cheers to you, my buddy. I hope you're doing awesome. The Moose, cheers. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I'm going to, like I said, there's several lives on tonight, so I'm just going to be on for a little bit. And if anybody wants to, jump in the panel, there, the link has been pinned up here. First one this hour. No, first one for the night. I think I'm just going to drink maybe 2, tops 3, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Of these, of course, of the 24s. But yeah, so yeah, 2024 came and went, or is gonna be gone soon, right? And wow, who would have expected it to go by so quick, man? I guess for everybody, sometimes it goes quicker than what you thought it would have been. So many things have happened this year, and for all of us, but we got by. That's the important thing, man.
Here we go.
What's going on?
We're on.
What's going on, Dave?
Oh my goodness. What a way to blow out 2024 and welcome in 2025.
Hell yeah, man. A lot of things to be thankful for this year. I'm sure you have a lot of things to be thankful for as well, Dave. You've been really busy, man, I've seen. Dude. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
So we've got you're right, some things that went on. I kept it quiet for a while, and then yesterday I kind of slipped up and forgot that everybody would see it on there. But yeah, so we've got a new device that we brought out there called the Smoke Slinger, a mini Smoke Slinger. They are traditional barbecue pits that you'd find in some of the best establishments in Texas. The difference is this isn't built out of brick, so it's stuck in one place. They're 24,
Right.
the large one rather is 24 by 48. You're able to pitch hot coals into the bottom or put in wood, put in charcoal, cook offset, reverse offset, indirect, make pizzas, and go all the way up to that suckling pig, just like they do in the Carolinas.
Yeah, I saw I think a video explaining how you can do reverse flow on it. There's so many things, so many options that you can do on that smoke slinger, man. I am impressed. I am
And
impressed.
I'm not going to get too far ahead, but 2025 is going to bring some other products under the Smoke Slinger umbrella that are definitely market disruptors. Everything that we're building is quarter-inch U.S. steel made by U.S. welders right here in the United States of America. God bless America.
What's going on, Trumpet? Happy New Year, buddy. Happy New Year. Um, yeah. Tom, what's going on? Happy New Year, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Um, yeah, really cool stuff. I know that I saw the different things you can do with the regular size smoke slinger, but the small one, does it have all those options as well? Or
Small one does everything of the larger one. The only difference is that it's a smaller footprint and it's a single charcoal basket. One of the changes that we made previously is the charcoal basket just went right in on rails. So what we've done is we've allowed it that when you pull the charcoal basket out, you can remove the rails and you still have all your tuning plates in there, all your diffusers. So by setting your intakes and your dampers, you can then change over the type of cook that you're doing to be able to go over to that reverse offset or go as a full offset, or as some of the people in the community have done, they're putting pizza stones on, pulling out all of the tuning plates and just going live fire. They're going direct fire cooking to get that stone as hot as possible.
right, right. You know, I saw the price of the regular size one, but I didn't get to see the price of the smaller one.
The full size is $28.99 and the smaller one is $21.99.
Oh shit! So you don't really save that much. It's worth going to the full size.
What it comes down to is the footprint you have in your backyard.
Yeah,
They're heavy. The full size is about
yeah.
750 pounds. What's nice is when it comes in, it's strapped right down onto the pallet, and
Hmm.
it just takes, say, one or two buddies to get it right off the pallet and put it to where it has to go. One of the biggest questions that come into play is, what if I need to get this around the back of my house or across the grass? Look, there's people out there charging $3,000 for an off-road cart. I think that for $30 going to Lowe's or Home Depot, getting yourself a piece of plywood, they'll cut it in half for free, and just put one piece of plywood in front of the other to move it to where you have to go. Save
Yeah,
yourself $3,000 or $4,000.
yeah, yeah. Definitely. What's going on, Guggen? Happy New Year's. Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And I'm guessing that you might be having some cooks on it on the channel sometime next year.
That's an understatement. There's Yeah, so there's going to be quite a bit of cooking going on. I have the full size smoke slinger. I have the large one, and I put on the 8-inch semi pneumatic tires to be able to move it around. One of the things that I'm going to have to be doing is loading these things onto the trailer and then traveling to different spots. As a matter of fact, February 2nd, I'll be in an event at West Palm Beach, Florida, where I'm in front of about 5,000 people, and I'll be showing
Uh-huh.
off my line of cookers that I have. as well as doing live demonstrations.
Oh, damn.
And I'll be down in Texas, so I just remembered that one. I will be in the Dallas area next week. In next weekend, I'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Dallas, doing a cook.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I just put up the link there for smokeslingers.com if you guys want to check that out.
And if you
Really
buy
cool.
one tonight, I'll take $100 off. I'll drop it $100. It's the end of the year. It's New Year's. I want to move these things out. So for someone who's looking at a smaller space, a mini smoke slinger, you're coming in at just under $2,100.
And I know that you guys do have some type of link there that allows payment plans, correct?
That's correct. That's correct. If you want to pay in one payment, you want to split the payment, I can give you 6 months no interest financing through a firm, or if you have PayPal, PayPal offers no interest financing. So it gives you a nice way to be able to do structured payments over the next 6 months. Or if you're able to, you get that bonus check that's coming in the first quarter, knock it off. That's it. Put it right towards it. And the most important thing is, I hear this a lot, Al. I have a lot of guys that tell me I need to go ask my wife if it's okay. And quite simply, it is. Either she's going to take half or you take a piece of it now. One way or the other. I mean, in all honesty, how many wives turn to their husbands and say, is it okay if I go spend some money in Target? Would it be
No.
okay if I go over to the home goods store and
They
buy
just
more?
show up. They just show up with it, man.
That's it. If you're going to buy unnecessary shit for the house, you might as well have something like this, which is not unnecessary. You're able to cook delicious meals for the family. Young kids, you're making pizza. Older people, you're making whatever you want.
It's a heirloom. You're going to pass it on to your kids, dude. It's going to last you forever, dude.
It's 1/4-inch steel. It's for your grandchildren to inherit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or you have a new cooker that's at simmering. You're looking at bringing something out.
Yeah. We're still working on it. Hopefully this next year we continue, working with the different ideas we thought for it. And I'm looking forward to this coming year, man. Who is the guy doing the YouTube demonstrations on the smoke slinger? It's a guy with a beard.
So, that's Frank Cox. Frank Cox is the owner of Smoker Builder, and he is the engineering guru of how to build smokers. So,
Gotcha.
everything from plans to parts to beta testing of different items, that all comes into play. With the Smoke Slinger brand, we have a fully assembled product that we're able to put out there. We were manufacturing for another influencer. Unfortunately, that individual decided that they no longer want to be in that production industry. So that one was a 24 by 40-inch offset, which was very nice. It had a very unique baffle plate.
Wow. Wow, that's exciting things, man. I can't wait for too bad that didn't pan out, but I'm sure somebody else might run with the idea, no?
There's there's without, again, I have to watch what I say. I'm under strict speed. But yes, that individual had their cooker on the market for almost a year, and then for one reason or another, politics decided to go a different direction. But we've got some really, really innovative products coming to the market with only a 4-week lead time, and quite simply, it's economical. We're much lower than the rest of the prices on the market, and we're building quicker and for lower shipping prices. So these are the things that your marketplace looks forward to. The backyard consumer, those that really enjoy diving into different types of cuisine.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, all we need is your hot sauce to go with it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Throw it in there
That's
when you're
right.
doing a whole hog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. It looks very, very interesting. I'm looking forward to the different demonstrations. There's already several videos up on YouTube demonstrating the smoke slinger, so you guys check it out, man.
Thank you.
Very, very interesting pit. But what are you drinking tonight, Dave?
So I'm starting off right now with this Mango Crush. It's a double dry IPA with mango flavor, 6.2 percent volume of alcohol. And then as a backup, because I'm lazy, I pulled out a Miller Latte just in case.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. Wow, man. There's several people on live tonight, man. I can't believe that many people went live. But I mean, it's the new year. What what would you expect, man? A lot of people going to be partying.
That's exactly what it is. There's a lot of people that they just, they want to get together. Unfortunately, so many of us live such a distance away. The best way for us to meet is right here online.
Definitely, and it's a good thing because you're if you're staying at home and you're not out and about, less chance of you something bad happening to you, man. You're at the safety of your own home.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely a good thing uh, for things like that. How many times do you hear the sirens out on New Year's, dude, and you're home at safe? You're like, I thank God every day, man. I'm here safe. When you hear those sirens out there on a Saturday night, Friday night, especially tonight, you don't know
Yeah.
what can happen, man. So many
Well,
people.
that's why I'm intentionally having a drink right now so I don't get called out on the fire truck. Because we're always on call, but if I have one too many drinks, I can't drive the fire truck.
Right,
Not
right.
safe. Safety first. Gotta be safe.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, anybody else that wants to jump on the chat, join me and Dave. I'll be on just for about 30 minutes or whatnot. And then I'll probably be checking in on other people's lives here and there, and probably watching. I don't know. Have you been watching any? Are you into Squid Games,
No,
Dave?
no, I need to sit down and binge watch that. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that season 2 already came out. And I only know because from time to time somebody will send me something. I'm like, I don't remember that in that show. Like, did you see this? Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Now I know that I need to sit down. Tomorrow's probably a good
Yeah,
binge
yeah.
watch.
You did see the first series or no?
I saw last year's. Yes.
Okay,
I saw
cool,
2 years
cool.
ago, whatever that was. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, yeah. It was 2 years ago. Yeah, right. Dave, I went to the grocery store with my daughter Jacqueline today, and she told me, "Mommy's coming to meet us." Told me, I feel my pockets, my bank account getting lighter. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm surprised his daughter hasn't hit him up yet.
Cheers, Tom.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year's. How's it going for you today?
It is going great.
Excellent, man.
I'm talking about nuts out here. I'm waiting for the fireworks to start until it'll go from now until about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Are you on the drums in Simon's live tonight?
I don't think so. I don't think he's putting any music on or not.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, look, Vegas is crazy right now.
Is it? Yeah, I can imagine.
Traffic was like, I would say about 1 o'clock this afternoon. I mean, just crazy. Unbelievable.
Man, everybody rushing to get their fixes straight and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So what was the final meal for 2024? What'd you make?
Tonight I made New York strip and some shrimp.
Nice. Delicious.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was pretty good. Easy, real fast. 1, 2, 3. Nothing that nuts. I
I see a lot of people start they're moving over to, everybody loves ribeye and whatnot, but there's more and more people moving over to the New York Strip, man. I see. I mean,
It's great cut of meat. I mean, I've been using
yeah,
it
it
all
is.
a long time. I'm going to show you my age right now, but back in the day, ribeye was considered a garbage piece of meat. That's when
Wow.
that's when everybody was with the, no fat, you know, high carb diets and stuff like that. And we used to sell ribeyes probably maybe 3/4 of an inch thick. We'd marinate it in Maggi sauce
Mm,
so it would stay. And then we had a smaller one that we did about 1/4 of an inch. And back then we got them for like, we sold them for like $6.95
mm.
for a small ribeye. Now you can't touch it. I was just showing the guys the other day. I showed one that in one of the stores I go to, 21-pound uh, boneless ribeye for $357.98.
Yeah.
It's insane.
You saying that, Tom, where it switches with health conscious crowd, you're starting to see that now where, some of the people are trying to push this grass fed meat and this and that. I mean, it's good for you if you want to, stay healthy and whatnot, but I don't know, man. The grass fed, I mean, the fat's a little bit tinted. You know what I
It's
mean? Like
it's yellow. It's
that's
actually
yellow.
yellow. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not for me, man. I'm gonna stay
We're
with the grain fed. The
we're so
last,
accustomed to it. So I mean, grass fed to me it doesn't have a taste to it. I mean, and there again, it's all about the cash. It's all about the money.
Yep.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
But to each their own. To each their own. I
Oh, of
mean, if
course,
you
yeah.
if you eat
What can I
grass
say?
fed, that's more power to you. But I'm
I
not too
look at it,
crazy about. I'm not too
Al.
crazy about grass fed.
I look at it this way. Okay, just stop and think about the nonsense about it. If you have a cattle farm, okay, and you're doing grass fed, a cow can devastate a field. A bunch of cows can devastate a field in a half a day. Okay, then what do you do with them? Where do you
You
move
know,
them to?
and there's a guy on YouTube that has like a lawn service where he charges people like that have weeds and whatnot and grub and all that weeds. He brings his goats over and they eat everything, man.
Yeah.
Check it out, man. I don't know if anybody's seen it, the name of the channel, but he charges a pretty penny, man, for
Yeah.
that to happen.
So I mean,
Uh,
even in a restaurant, I would do. We did a lot of prime rib and fillets, but New York strip was my go-to all the time. So uh, it's got a nice beefy taste to it.
yeah, it
As
does.
long as you don't murder it.
Definitely. Yeah.
As long as you don't murder it.
I just about
The
died when I saw Kobe ribeye for $400 at Costco, Munchie Mafia. Wow.
the grass fed beef when I've been down in South America has
Hmm.
been outstanding. What I know from the when we're looking at U.S. agriculture, we're looking at the farming. Those cows that are started off grass fed eventually have to go to the feedlot in order for them to get fattened up to 2,000 pounds. And about 2.5, 3 years old, that's when we slaughter them. When we
Yep.
look at the same type of we look at a beef. I can't say the same type of beef, but we look at a beef. Say for example, in Spain, these cows, the cattle out there, they're not even cows, they're like ox, are raised on grass and grain for nearly 17 years before being slaughtered. And there's always been this thought process that we want to slaughter our cows early. They're tender, they're delicious. However, the number one steakhouse in the world is in Spain, and those are 17-year-old cattle. So
Yeah.
maybe we need to rethink the way that we raise the cattle here in the United States, and allow them to get older, to age, rather than continuously slaughter at such a young age. I mean,
Yeah.
we sort of need that in between of veal and that true thoroughbred cattle.
You don't
Yeah.
hear too much anymore about veal. Okay, even coming from the restaurant business, veal is a hard commodity to get, and it's a hard commodity to sell. Okay, if you don't do veal right, it's tough as nails.
Yeah,
Okay, so but I connected with a guy who had a feedlot for many years, and he got almost pushed out of the business. Okay, Well, because there's only four meat packers in the world right now. Okay, so they push the small guys out. Well,
Right.
he reclaimed his feedlot. Damn it, I can't remember his name, but if I do remember it, I'll send it to Al. And he's reclaiming his stuff, but they're doing everything local.
Okay.
He sells all his meat local, the whole bit, but it's all. They start out grass fed, and then they come to him. In other
Right.
words, if you have 40 head of cattle, and you send them to him to fatten them up to send to market, he does all that little detail work. Okay, because it is sad how they cut the little guy out.
Right.
Oh yeah.
They just whacked him out. Now over in Spain and stuff like that, they don't use a quarter of the pesticides that we use here.
Correct.
You know,
Yeah,
that
definitely.
has a lot to do with it also. So I lived in North Carolina. I lived in North Carolina for 12 years. I'm originally from New Jersey, as you can tell. But I moved down to North Carolina, and it was surrounded by cows, pigs, and chickens, and turkeys. That's all these growers that were there. And the guy that had the cattle that where I lived, he surrounded me. He would eat all his stuff grass fed, and then he'd get them up to 1,500 to 1,800 pounds, and take them to auction. But big difference though from his cattle and his grass fed stuff than the stuff that you would get from overseas that we pay a ton of money for. So it was a lot smaller and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's all about the money. That's all it is, really.
Big guys like IBP, who's now Tyson Foods. Yeah, they pushed everybody out. You're 100% correct.
Cargill, all them.
Cargill, yeah, there's another big brand.
Yeah.
It's so you said now you're in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're getting the same beef that I am. It's all Midwestern beef coming out of Iowa to Chicago and all that, but yours is just going straight west. What Al has down in Texas is a different type of steer. It's completely different. We don't get that unless it's imported in. So, like for example, when you, Trumpet Master, other gentlemen are talking about going to your local HEB, the type of meat that you're getting there is different than what Tom and I are going to get.
Yeah, it's from Brazil. Basically, it's coming all from Brazil.
You're getting from Brazil?
Our meat's all coming in from South America. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so like the Argentinian beef, that type of stuff.
That's the biggest meat packer right now. I can't. Was it not IBP, but what is the other one? I can't think of the name of it right now. But that's the biggest meat packer in the world.
Okay.
It's coming from South America. So we're getting a conglomerate from all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to see it come back to where we're getting it from the States again, just directly from the States. You know what I mean? Which is
meat that when I'm picking up meat, it's still on the hook. So I'm taking primals, subprimals, and I'm cutting it down. There's other times, like we were just talking here in the chat, where people are talking about A5 Kobe, not even Wagyu, going directly to Japan. When I'm picking that up, it's there's two to a case. There's two whole short loins, not short loins, two whole ribeyes that are in there, two whole strips, which is it's completely different. The other meats that I'm getting, other type of imports, it's the way that they raise. It's a different type of cattle altogether, but the way that they're raising cattle doesn't have the same type of flavor or marbleization as we do here in the United States, where it's about the fattest cattle that we can have. And that's what makes it so juicy and tender. That's what's delicious about it.
Back in the day, we would get it on the hook. That's how we got it delivered to the restaurant. Okay, and I'd break it down and stuff like that. It's all boxed meat now. I mean, when you get it, I used to get 109 prime ribs delivered after we stopped getting it, all ready to go.
Right.
Take it out, fry back, wash it, season it, put it in the aftersham, and next day we have prime ribs for the night or for the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that hanging meat process is done. I mean, either that or you're paying a lot for it, to get that.
Well,
it doesn't make sense.
When you look at places like IBP, who are the ones that kind of invented that whole thing of breaking the meat down and selling it cryopacked,
yeah,
there's still a cost associated with that. I'm finding that when I'm taking the meat and the union butchers aren't breaking it down, that there is a huge cost savings to that. Since I'm able to take all that fat, let's just use a bone-in brisket. I can take all that fat, cut it down, and render it into tallow. And all the other trimmings that I have there can go into a sausage later on. So there's more value that way. But I can see that for others, where they just want a full prime pack of brisket, or they want a cab brisket. It's done. They do a little bit of trim. They round it off, get rid of the mohawk, get rid of the decal fat. And again, in a restaurant, you know this, time is money, but red is also money. So if you're throwing red in the garbage, you're losing money.
Sure.
So we have to find that value-added benefit.
What's your name?
David.
David, I'm Tom. Okay. Here's my thing. Okay. I'm old school.
Yeah.
And I watch these guys doing, and they do it fine. It's no problem with it. But when they would trim all and I know it's for competition, whatever, when they start trimming off all that brisket and everything from there, I cringe.
Yep.
Because back in the day, I cooked that summer whole. I used to make my own corned beefs. My own corned beefs and my own pastrami's in-house. Okay. Everybody would do 14 days. I did it 21 days in the brine and stuff like that. But just to watch everybody trim that stuff up and put it away, I go, oh, what are you doing? But there again, they're just, they're doing it for themselves and stuff like that. So,
were you doing this in New Jersey or in Vegas?
In New Jersey.
In New Jersey. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We used to, I had it was actually a seafood and steakhouse. Prime rib and lobster was the biggest sellers. I used to go through 200 pounds of lobster a night.
You don't have a South Jersey accent. So were you Middlesex?
Yeah, Middlesex County. Matter of fact, that's exactly where I was from.
Figured that. Yeah, I lived in Carteret for a while.
There you go. Emmett's was the name of the place at first, and it was Garvey's Pub after that.
Okay.
It was a rock and roll place first. We had Twisted Sister there and all them used to play there. And then me and my brother, we turned it into a restaurant. But back in the day, we would get the stuff coming in. I even still had the tracks in the place where the truck would come in.
That's right. That's exactly it.
Roll the meat in, cut it right from there, and
Yep.
Just the times have changed so much, and the prices are just. I'm just like, wow, what in the world are they doing? With all the different prices, and I watch all them guys. I watch a couple guys that have small cattle ranches out west in Wyoming and stuff like that. They're suffering, man. They're really getting beat up. It's not like it is.
Price of grain goes up. The price of feed goes up. Then the price of meat goes up. The price of the trucking goes up. Again, the price of meat goes up. Everything is goes back to what we're growing from the earth. Mm-hmm. When corn gets up there in price, everything else starts to go up.
Yeah.
Then we run into other issues, and they start slaughtering cattle because they don't know what to do with them. Yeah. Because the prices are too high. It's supply and demand.
I moved from Jersey to North Carolina. I was in North Carolina for 12 years, and then left North Carolina, went into Florida, and then from Florida out here.
Mm.
Coming through from Florida out to Vegas here, going through New Mexico and stuff, the feedlot after feedlot after feedlot after feedlot, you would see, on I-10 coming out, and cattle, but not a lot. Just wasn't a lot. So sad, really sad to see how the small cattle rancher got beat up.
What some of the milk lots are doing, the milk farms, there's restaurants now that because the price of Angus got high, the Heifer breeds got high. They started going over to the Holstein cow, which is our milk cow, and that's now showing up on plates in restaurants. Yeah. And of course, it's promoted. It's farm to table. It's sustainable, and it goes on and on and on. Once you kill the animal, it's not too sustainable anymore.
Exactly.
We ended that sustainability.
Unless you can get a steak and some cheese with it out of one animal.
Then we have to be in Wisconsin.
Yeah, exactly. Times have changed. They really did. Really, really did.
They certainly have.
I go into a restaurant out here, into a steakhouse out here, and you're looking at $90 to $120 for a steak.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. I mean, it's just completely.
Well, I guess for me, because I'm so used to going to the places in Manhattan, $90 to $120. I'm like, okay, so that's just what it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. Sparks.
There's nothing else. There's that shit. There's just a steak. You didn't get anything else, and you waited 40 minutes for that steak to show up.
Yeah, and one night I was so fired up. There was 4 of us went out, right, and we ordered T-bones. Okay. And he said, well, we'll have one, we'll feed these 2, so we'll get 2. I said, nah, everybody gets their own steak. That's how drunk I was. These things come out that thick and about that big. And you want to see me trying to eat this thing. It was hard. And then when I get the bill, it's almost $700. No, but good old days, you know what I mean?
Have you been to the Golden Steer?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's old school, but I
Yeah,
mean, to pay that kind of money for a steak, especially me, I know how to cook it, so it's not the novelty's not there.
right.
So I mean, there's in Green Valley Ranch, there's a steakhouse in there called Hank's. Okay, Hank's has a steak in there that's $200 and some dollars. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean,
Right.
for me anyway, it's ridiculous. I guess for somebody who wants to go out and blow a ton of cash on a steak and say they did it, it's fine. Golden Steer's all right. It's nothing to write home. It's old school,
Right.
So that's the kind of that I like with it. But there again, a little pricey. I don't know.
And I think that when you get to Kobe in certain places where it's $200 an ounce,
Yeah,
that's where it gets carried away.
I wasn't a big fan of it either. I mean, that's why they give you such a little bit because you really can't eat a lot of it.
It's
The
very
fat,
rich. Yeah.
the fat in it is so. I mean, it's so overwhelming, and that's my other channel, the Keto Cook. Okay, what I do, that would fit right in, but you can only have a little bit of it. Even with carnivore, to get
Right.
your satiation for from the fat. Good God, I don't know. It's all novelty.
Al, I think you're muted. Let's see. Did you mute yourself by accident?
He did.
You did. He's muted.
You're muted again. Throw a couple signs up, Al.
Yeah. There's nothing there. No. Just do hand signals, like interpret for the deaf. Nothing.
Dead.
There's a lot of great. How are you far from the strip?
I'm like maybe 8 miles from the strip.
Oh, yeah. So you have some of the well, I would say all the best places. You really do.
Yeah.
Especially when you get over to the Wynn and some of those other higher end places where they don't care what it costs. It's on a jet and it's getting flown in.
Yep. That's why it's very hard, even for the locals around here, to get seafood.
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of fresh seafood without paying through the nose, or any kind of decent beef. I go to a place called Smart and Final, so I break everything down myself when I can find a good deal with it. You know what I mean? I would get the ribeyes, or I always get the New York strip. I break it down myself. It's no big deal
Right.
with that. Now I'm down to the point where a whole chuck I'm getting and breaking that down, put in the freezer, and now you can't touch a chuck. A whole chuck roll is the last one I looked at was $149.
Yeah, but how many? What are you dealing with? A 20-pound piece of meat?
20 pound, but 2 years ago I got it for $56. See, I mean that's the thing that's pricing people out with it.
That you're right about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm doing a whole shoulder clod for an event coming up, which it's going to be a long overnight cook, and then we'll just make that into pulled beef. And that's why. I mean, you're right. I got the chuck roll, I got everything else right in there, and that whole shoulder clod.
Mhm.
And by the time you mix everything together, you've got meat that's a little softer with something that's a little tougher, something that's a little juicier, and it just together it works.
yeah, I would take it, get some Denver out of it. I would get a couple, flat iron out of it, and the rest I'd cut up, cube it,
Right.
the whole bit. Not at $149, I'm not. You know what I mean?
No.
So it's tough. It's really tough, and especially now I'm up there in years, and just the way it used to be. I think that's the hardest part for me is the way it used to be, and now what it is today. It's just insane. I mean, they got a place out here that has a burger. I think it's $60 or $70 for a hamburger. I mean, really?
Yeah.
I know it's the novelty of it. The whole out in Vegas you're doing this, and nah, not me. That's not my kind of way of doing things. Especially trying to keep up with the YouTube channel.
Right.
This channel I have here, I just cook. I do all my stuff that I used to do back in old school stuff. The way things used to be, I do a lot of collabs from around the world and everything like that. This channel took off within the first year pretty good. The keto channel is where I get the kickback on, okay? Because no carb, no sugar, and either meat and some vegetables and stuff like that. That's
Right.
getting hard. That's getting harder and harder because it's costing. It's starting to cost me a lot of money.
All right, Al, you got your voice back? No, it's still not there. Oh no. Check your microphone settings.
I don't know if you can hear. He's dead.
Testing.
Oh,
There
you're
you
back.
go.
Whatever it was, you fixed it.
You got it?
Yep, you're back. You're in the game.
I don't know what it was. Let me try the other mic real quick.
Then you try to have a channel and have this stuff happen.
Okay.
Tonight I ended up making I did prime flank steak. I got for the holidays the alfragoni salt. So I used that on there. And then I combined the alfragoni was that the chimichurri sauce to put on top when it was done. It's a finishing sauce.
How you gotta kill something.
Oh, something came out?
Yeah,
No,
but now
no,
whatever you have microphone might be
Yeah.
working now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
And we can hear you, but there's no overlap on us.
Is there a hum?
There's
No,
an echo.
There's an echo. Okay. Then give me a second here. How about now?
Sounds all right. I think it's on our
A lot better.
big delay.
A delay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I got echo cancellation. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
We hear you good, but it's us that.
Okay. There it is. I was going to say that on the Kobe beef, depending on what country it's from, the grade system's a little bit different. The U.S., it goes up to A5. Australian goes to A9. And Japanese goes to A12. Yeah, so right now I got an A9 brisket in my freezer. I can't wait to cook that, but we'll see. Maybe for the Super Bowl.
There you go.
Well, who's coming to the Super Bowl that you're making this? I didn't. Did my invitation get lost in the mail or something? What is this?
I mean, I can start driving now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what is suddenly
Let's do it.
very generous when you're not coming?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
What happened to this? Is the Al Lewis block party coming up?
No, not till the end of the year of
Okay.
next year. Yeah, I don't think I can hold on to it there that long, but yeah, hopefully there's more of that coming. We'll see. Kind of just when you got a grade of beef like that, you're kind of scared to cook it because you're afraid to fuck it up.
You'll be fine.
Just roll with it. Just go with it. Open it up and let it rip.
Yeah, you don't have to cook it for 202 degrees. You know, when you get to 190, pull it. Put it in your warmer. Let it sit for another 12 hours at 150 degrees and let it finish.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, do it, do it your way. Don't worry about playing with it. Please,
Yeah, just cook.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. But yeah, man, lots of fun stuff coming next year. Hopefully, I guess we all have plans to do different things always in the future, and we just hope that next year, we won't struggle as much as the previous year, if there's any,
I hope so.
Yeah. So
I hit that one stride between last 23 and into 24. Blew my knee out. I was on my back for 4 months. I mean, you couldn't walk the whole bit. It just was miserable. You know what I mean? Plus, I was playing. I had to give that up, and then just trying to keep. I have a couple videos. You can see me standing cooking, and if you look, you can see my wife's arm behind me, holding me up, so I could stand up on it. So hopefully this year be a little different story.
Yeah, saludos, NBL, what's going on? In Lone Bull, I forgot to say hi, but Happy New Year's to everybody. Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you letting me up there, Al. Dave, take care. I'll be seeing you.
All right, we'll see you at Simon's if you're over there a little later.
Okay, guys, take care. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Tom always is full of information. Good guy, man. And I think in his channel he shares a whole bunch of information always. So good channel. You guys check out the Sunday Cook. I think it's called the Sunday Cook, and Tom's Keto Cook, the Keto Cook.
That's what he mentioned. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I have yet to try the Fergoni chimichurri rub. Only because I always prefer to make it fresh, right? But there's times where that rub, you know, you can hydrate it with, you know, the wetness of the meat and let it give the meat some flavor as well, man.
Yep. I ended up putting in, it was 1 part rub, 1 part vinegar. They suggested red wine vinegar. I went white wine vinegar, and then 2 parts of oil. It was it's the same thing as you're saying. You know, how to be rehydrated. It was delicious. I would definitely get another jar of that.
Yeah. Lone Bull, yeah. Arnie's a good friend there, Lone Bull. He actually called me right before he went live, and he was asking me about the how I was running my lives, because he's really pushing for that 1 million subscribers. So I'm sure he knows. I mean, and we all know sometimes when you go live and then also push out video content, for some reason it kind of helps the algorithm, and YouTube tends to push you out more. So he's making one last push to I think he's 9K away from 1 million. So I mean, he's got big plans for 2025, and we can only hope to keep pushing on. Blessings, you know, to everybody, and everybody's supporting each other. I think we'll get there, man. He's got a big announcement coming next weekend, so you guys stay tuned for that, man. You guys you're gonna like it, man. What he has plans for. But yeah, lots of good stuff coming your way.
Are you going to hint at what he's coming up with?
I can't, man. I can't. I gotta let him say it, but it's gonna be cool.
Is he getting a restaurant?
He had one already, but I think he mentioned about the other things he's working on. He does have some rubs in the works. I think one time when I was there, I tried something. I think he mentioned it was a pork rub. It was fantastic, man. It was fantastic. But he has, you know, prototype rubs there, and I got to try that one. But yeah, El Barrio Cookers, what's up? Happy New Year.
Yeah, it is. He's right. It is great on tri-tip.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm sure everybody has plans. Like I said, everybody has big plans for 2025, and that's good, man. I think that if you look at YouTube now, the way it was just 2 years ago when I started, two little more than 2 years, you'll see that so many channels are coming on, man. And it's just layers and layers of new barbecue channels that you're like, damn, this niche just got bigger and bigger, and it's harder and harder now to how would I say, not grow. I don't mean it as growing, but there's so many choices, that people have out there, and some people stick to one channel. If they like one certain personality, they're gonna stick to they're just gonna wait for that guy to cook brisket or wait for that guy to cook tri-tip and not expand their library of other cookers. But I mean, it's great for people that take it all in, man, and it doesn't matter, who is telling you how to cook what, right? I look at all the videos from people that have one subscriber to millions of subscribers because I like a different perspective on different things. But there's some people that are not as open-minded, and they just stick to mad scientist. You know what I mean? And what he says is gold. No, you're doing it wrong because mad scientist said this. You know what I mean? There's a lot of those kind of people, and it shouldn't be that way, man. You can learn from everybody.
There's so many different cooking styles. There's a ton of knowledge, home-based knowledge that was passed down generation to generation about certain ethnic foods, and you're not going to get that from some of your more celebrity-like people unless they come from that culture.
Yeah, and you saying that, I think it reminds me something again that I brought up to Arnie just yesterday. I think one of those channels out there, I can't remember his name. It says, "Who makes the better taco?" And then he had Gordon Ramsay. He had some other guy, kind of like redneck looking, with a mustache and a cap. Matt something, I want to say. And then he had Arnie Tex. And I'm like, okay, so you got a Canadian, a British, I think, and then you got a South Texas guy. Come on, who's gonna make the better taco? Come on. I mean, come on. But it's kind of. But I'm sure if you got what's that one, Osubusco or whatever?
Osubuco.
Yeah, somebody in South Texas is not going to do good on that, obviously, So, I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm just saying you're more likely somebody in Europe to. It's from Europe, ain't it? That dish.
Osubuco, it's either Italian or it's Spanish.
Mm.
I think it's Italian. Buco. Yeah, it doesn't sound French.
Yeah.
But what you need is a chef that's worldly, who's worked in many different restaurants around the world, or went to schools and trained or worked in communities where they've picked up on different spice profiles, different meat profiles, the cooking techniques, even when it comes down to the right device you're cooking on. So if we were looking at, say, for example, someone who's making Middle Eastern brick oven bread, the brick oven bread you're going to get here versus those clay ovens that you might get out in the Middle East is going to produce a completely different flavor. That also comes down to the water. It comes down to the flour. None of that's going to be the same.
Definitely.
I had someone the other day tell me that they're in Texas. They picked up a sauce called Michael's of Brooklyn, and they were having a debate with somebody about whether it was gravy or sauce. And they said, "Well, it says on the jar from Brooklyn, it's a gravy." It's not. It's someone who's from Brooklyn. That's sauce. Gravy goes on your turkey, goes on your meat. It doesn't go on your pasta.
Yeah. I think Lone Bull's trying to get his mic fixed.
Uh-oh.
I think your mic's there. You go.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can
hear you.
As soon as I turned this on, my wife came in to tell me something. No, talking about Arnie, it was really neat being on there because he really did get me started on this about 5 years ago.
I see.
When we moved to Texas, I started looking at YouTube videos and looking for a platform, a smoker. And he was a big Hasty Bake rep back then.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Cowboy Kent. So that was my first platform. And now I've got 200-gallon plus offsets and just got a chud box. And I've got 7 different platforms now. But, yeah, he started it for me.
That's pretty cool. I think he actually did competition on the Hasty Bake too.
Yeah, I think so.
No. Yeah, he lives about 15 minutes away.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about doing a food tour maybe in the spring, come down to RGV. You think I could hit you two guys up to show me a couple places?
You can hit me up. I don't know about him. He's always busy, man. We don't hang out that often, but I mean, when he gets a chance, he'll call me over and we'll cook something real quick. But he's always busy.
Yeah,
I can't even tell you how many companies hit him up, man. He is always doing things. I mean, busy guy.
Well, he did
He grew like from 100,000 to he's almost 1 million. He did that within a year and a half, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he did it fast.
Is it Traeger he's doing the griddle videos for or
No, he's doing Blackstone.
Blackstone,
And then he's doing I think he's got a Rectech grill also, the Rectech griddle.
Huh.
So yeah, he's a busy guy, man. Busy guy. But it's funny, man. As much as what he loves to do and cook and all that, he also, we got to talk about the paranormal when we hang out, and he asked me about how did you run with the alien thing, and he asked me the whole 9 yards, and we talked about it for a while. Daddy Dutch, what's going on, man? I think we have Tim and the Munchie Mafia doing a live cook at 8, and then we got Simon on live, and I think Leprechaun TV was also on live. So man, there's a lot of people on live tonight, man. Crazy. You ever think about going live, Lumble?
Thinking about it. I've got to find the right night though. I used to release videos on Tuesday nights at 7, and I thought, well, I'm hanging out here. Maybe now that's not the right time, so I'm going to try to maybe choose Wednesday nights.
For me, and chime in on this, Dave. What do you think on your end? For me, it seems like Thursday is a good day to release videos because everybody's gearing up for the weekend, and people seem to have more free time from Thursday on all the way to Sunday. It seems like your video's more likely to take off with more views if you release it late Thursday. That's just my perspective, and that's what I've had good luck with.
But you're correct in stating that, because when your videos drop on Thursday, it gives people ideas for what they can make over the weekend, especially if they're having get-togethers or they have some downtime and they're not constrained by a work time, come home, quickly throw dinner together. So you're right. Thursday is the best time to release a video.
Yeah. So
and then Friday, if you have a couple of shorts to put out, or Saturday, to remind them again about cooking Sunday dinner.
Right. You do shorts off that long form.
Correct.
Yeah. Definitely. That's the way I've been growing the channel. Just throwing shorts from the long form, and you keep in mind that when you're editing your long form, this is 15 seconds of a segment where I can cut to a short. You know what I mean? This is 15 seconds, bits of information that I can throw out there. You know what I mean?
I think that's my issue right now is that all my videos are like at least 20 minutes. I got to get better at editing and cut it down to shorter.
Yeah. I mean, after you do, trimming or whatnot, seasoning, you don't have to explain it as much. I mean, there's a lot of videos for that. You try to move on to other bits of information that you want to give out after you've done a trimming video or a seasoning video or whatnot. But yeah, Yeah, it looks like we've been on an hour, man. I think I'm gonna go check out other people's lives and see what the wife wants to see on TV, man. But Dave, I can't wait to see the new stuff coming out on the smoke slinger. Have you seen that, Rumble?
No.
The smoke slinger, man. It's like a chud box, but it has different options. You can do reverse flow, direct grill heat. You can do offset style cooking. What other things, Dave?
So you can do direct fire, offset, reverse offset, indirect, direct heat. You can use it as a hog cooker. Easily put a 30-pound pig on there, suckling pig. And then just like they do down in the Carolinas, like with what's his name, Sam Jones or Rodney Scott,
Yeah.
you can start pitching hot coals right into the bottom and have your hog on the top, and do that whole hog cook just using salt or mopping the pig. Or if you want to split the pig off and you put them in razor style, cook the whole pig. The only difference is when you're done with your cook, the skin gets a little tougher. So you have to cut like an opening into the pig. You reach inside and you start pulling the meat from different areas. You get your ham, your loin, your shoulder, mix that together, and you've got some really nice pulled pork sandwiches out of that. Great for catering.
So you're covering that on your channel?
Well, the firm that I handle all the sales for, Smoker Builder, we also handle everything that comes out of Smoke Slinger. So on our end, we handle all the sales, the marketing, and the engineering. And then Smoke Slinger has the welders that are doing all the cutting and putting all the fabrication together into a fully built Smoke Slinger or mini Smoke Slinger. And there'll be some other products coming out very soon in 2025.
Hey, let me ask you this, Dave. Is there an option to lower the grill grate to maybe a mid section of the grill?
Great question. There's actually two levels of racks. There's a top level and there's a bottom level. So you could simply take the top level out and be that much lower. Or you're able to slide one rack right on top of the other one to be able to get to the lower rack. That way you can take your top items and bring them down if you want to.
Okay. So the reason why I'm asking that is because there's a type of cooker that's popular in Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico, and it's called an ataúd. Ataúd. So what it has like an area it's a square box, and then it has like a Santa Maria type grill that goes higher and lower, and
right.
then there's a grill right in the center. It has a glass door. You open that glass door, you throw charcoal on the bottom. It has the grill grate, and then it has like a griddle on top. You close that glass door, and just like a Dutch oven, you put coals on top of that griddle type surface. It's cooking on both sides. So if you have a middle grate on the smoke slinger, if you were to make a metal fabrication on top, you can put charcoal on top. You could cook both sides of the pig.
Al, I've got it for you. In fact, it's a split level. It's a split plancha. What it turned out to be, since we're building everything with 1/4-inch steel, a 48-inch by 24-inch plancha needed 2 to 3 men to be able to lift it up and move it. So we re-engineered it and split it in half. So you have 2 pieces that you can put at the top.
Gotcha.
And I believe, based upon what you're talking about, I mean, you're going to have to get that metal really hot with those coals. But yeah, you could cook from the bottom and the top at the same time.
Yeah. Interesting. Really cool, man. Really cool. Lone Bull, you got anything to mention before we call it the night, man?
No, I got a video coming out tomorrow. Real quick, I was going to do my ham, and I was coming up with a glaze. And I said, well, let me use a cherry Dr. Pepper as a base for a glaze. But there's got to be somebody on YouTube that's done it before. Let me look. You can find hundreds of Dr. Pepper ham glazes, but not one cherry Dr. Pepper. So I'm like, well, hell, I'm getting this out there.
So that's tomorrow's video.
Yeah. I still got to do the voiceover on it tonight, and it's about 4 minutes. So, man, it tasted good.
Just a suggestion: if you can put that cherry Dr. Pepper logo off to one side, you know what I mean? That would make it really look cool on the thumbnail. On the thumbnail, yeah, definitely. I look forward to that, man. That sounds fucking cool, man. Dave, any last remarks?
I'm gonna wish you a happy 2025, happy New Year. Look forward to interacting with you again throughout the next year. Have a wonderful night. Don't drink and drive from the couch to your bed.
No kidding. Hey guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight, and happy New Year's to you and your family, man. I wish you all the best and blessings, and much more blessings in the new year, man. So thanks for joining us tonight, the chat as well. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you at the other chats, man.